We've got our guest connected on the show who will be answering our viewers' portfolio queries. And before I get connected to our first viewer of the show as well, let us just flash our WhatsApp number and email IDs so that you can send across your questions live on the show. 865-797-4571, and that's our WhatsApp number. And we have an email ID which is themoneyshow@etnow.in. Okay, so let's begin the question answer session. I have with me Hemant Rustagi from Wise Invest. Hemant, good evening and welcome to the show. Let's get connected with our viewers also. I think we'll take Samarth's question. This is by email, and he says that he's investing in Nippon large cap, 2,000 rupees, Nippon small cap again 2,000, HDFC cap 1,500, Franklin multi cap 2,000, HDFC mid cap 2,000, SBI contra 2,000. How are these funds? That's all his query is. I don't have a specific time frame that he's looking at. I'm just assuming it's 5 or 7 plus years.
Oh, yes, Kavita. I think in the absence of a time horizon, we can assume that is because the entire portfolio is an equity fund that is investing for the long term. The SIP investment amount is 11,500, and I think the money is being invested in 6 funds. So clearly, there is a scope to consolidate the portfolio. And the best thing about investing in mutual fund is there are certain categories that allow you access to different segments of the market, which means that you can actually at any point in time want to consolidate your portfolio, you can do that. So in this case, I think 2 funds out of 6 that can be retained by him is one is Nippon India Large Cap. So since we're trying to consolidate, obviously there will be some changes. So the amount can be increased from 2,000 to 3,000. Then there is a Nippon Small Cap where he's investing 2,000. He can continue with that. The remaining 2 fund, according to me, they have to add. One is HDFC Multi Cap Fund. Maybe you can look at 3,500, and Motilal Oswal Mid Cap, which is 3,000. So in all, for 11,500, there will be 4 funds. So in the process, what we are trying to do is consolidate, reduce the number of funds, and ensure that there is a proper allocation to all 3 segments of the market.
All right, let's move on and let's take Ashish's question. This is also via email, and he says that he has Rebecco Emerging Equity, SBI Small Cap, Nippon Multi Cap, and he will continue for 10 to 12 years. Present portfolio value is around 25 lakhs, and the goal is 2 CR after 10 to 12 years.
Yes, Kavita. I think he's mentioned about his time horizon to be 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
If we assume that he can continue to remain invested for the next 12 years, looking at his SIP amount of 21,000 and the corpus that is accumulated, if I assume annualized return at, let's say, 12%, he should be able to accumulate a corpus of around 1 crore 65 lakhs. So there is going to be a gap between what he is likely to accumulate and what he intends to accumulate, which is 2 crore. He will have to increase his SIP by 10,000 to achieve the target. So that's the first thing. If you look at the funds within the portfolio, I think the categories are right. For example, there is Canada Robeco Emerging Equity, which belongs to large and mid cap. It's a great category because minimum 35% is invested to both these segments, and the remaining is at the discretion of the fund manager. But I believe that there are better funds than this in these categories, so which could be Invesco large and mid cap, or maybe Motilal Oswal large and mid cap. So there is a need for him to actually change this fund. The second is in the small cap category. There is SBI Small Cap, where he's investing around 6,000 rupees. I believe, again, I think there are better funds than this. For example, you can consider investing in Bandhan Small Cap. The third is Nippon Multi Cap. Multi Cap is a great category to have in the portfolio because it gives you exposure to all 3 segments of the market, and a minimum of 25% has to be allocated to each one. And the remaining 25 is at the discretion of the fund manager. Within the category, I think this is a great fund. It has been doing very well consistently. So he can continue with that. And whenever it is possible to increase the SIP amount, it should be added to Nippon India Multi-Cap.
All right. I will take Anand Bansal's question, and he is looking at investing for his daughter 25,000 per month. Large cap Nifty Index 10,000, Flexi Cap HDFC Flexi cap again 10,000. Value and contra is the fund is SBI Contra and Value Discovery. Duration is 10 years is what he's given. His daughter is 22 years old, and for his daughter he needs to invest this 25,000 per month, and this is the selection that he's given us.
Yes, Kavita, I think for a 10-year time horizon, investing through SIP, I think is a good strategy. But considering that his daughter is 22 years, unless it is required for a specific purpose, the time horizon can be even longer. I'm very happy about the fact that we sent this question before investing the money, because many a times when we get these queries, investors invest the money and then within 2-3 months they come and ask whether these funds are good or not. So I think I'm very happy about the fact that before making a decision, this question has been sent. So if you look at the list of the funds which have been shortlisted here, there is an index fund, a Nifty index fund. There is the second fund is, I think, a flexi cap fund. In both these funds, the exposure to large cap is quite heavy. So while it is important to have a bias towards the large cap for a long-term investor, but I think investing a significant portion of your portfolio in the large cap can also somehow make you compromise on the returns. So my recommendation would be that maybe he can consider HDFC Flexi Cap, where he intends to invest 10,000 rupees. He should consider a multi-cap fund in place of the index fund, which could be Kotak multi-cap fund, where 10,000 can be invested. Investing in a contra fund or a value fund can be a good addition to the portfolio, specifically when you have longer term horizon. So, but I think Invesco Contra can be a better bet. But if he intends to invest in one of these, then my recommendation would be SBI Contra. So I think a couple of changes in the portfolio, but I think otherwise, if he builds his portfolio, I think it should be quite good for the time horizon of 10 years.
All right, let's take. We have a caller on the phone line. I have Nasir from Dubai. Nasir, hi, good evening. Thank you so much for sending us your question.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for your call.
Hi, so I believe that you are looking at investing 6 crore corpus.
Yeah,
Okay, and you'll be investing for how many years?
last 3 years I've been investing.
Sure, and for how many more years you want to continue investing?
Another 12 years.
Another 12 years. Okay. So you have a Nippon small cap, Motilal mid cap, Parag Parikh flexi cap, Canara Bank blue chip, Bandhan value fund, and Nippon multi cap fund again, HDFC balance advantage, Nippon gold, and UTI Nifty 200 momentum 30. Any specific reason
Good.
behind this kind of fund selection? Did you anyone recommended these funds to you?
No, actually, now I am 38 years old.
Sure.
And
Okay.
I want to retire 50 years and, 6 crore CR corpus.
Okay. All right. So let's look at the funds, and let's also tell you whether this investment amount is enough or not. Hemant.
The total time horizon here is 15 years. He has another 12 years to go from here, and he has been investing for 3 years. Obviously, he's accumulated a corpus. So, for a time horizon of 15 years, I think investing again in equity funds is a great strategy. If I look at the target that he wants to achieve, which is 6 crore, assuming 12% annualized return, the expected corpus would be around 5 crore. So obviously there is going to be some gap. Now to achieve the target, he needs to increase his SIP amount by another 20,000. So in all, from here on for the next 12 years, the SIP amount should be 1,20,000. If I look at the portfolio mix, I think broadly I would say the fund and the allocation to each one of them is good. So some of the funds like Nippon India Small Cap, Motilal Oswal Mid Cap, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, and Bandhan Value Fund can be retained exactly the way it is. He's investing in them with no change in the amount. Then there is Nippon Multi Cap Fund, which again is a great fund. But in addition to that, I see that there is a blue chip fund, Canara Bank blue chip, and there is a momentum fund. My belief is that smart beta funds like momentum fund are not a great category for someone who's not going to be very actively, monitor the portfolio. So I believe that the money which is being invested in these two funds can also be added Nippon India multi-cap. Then there is a balance advantage fund, which is a great category. But considering the time horizon, I don't think that's the right category to look at. Then there is also a gold fund. Obviously, some part of the portfolio can always be in the gold. So if the intent is to have part of your portfolio invested in multi-asset kind of portfolio, then my recommendation would be that the money which is being invested in these two funds, which is 5,000 each, 10,000 can be invested in a multi-asset allocation fund, where he can consider ICICI Pru multi-asset allocation fund. So there he will get allocation through one investment to different asset classes, including gold and silver.
All right, I think with that, it's a wrap on the show. Thank you so much, Hemant, for taking time out and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio strategies. Thanks. And before I sign off, the Pride Hotel Bengaluru brings together timeless elegance and modern luxury, offering a memorable experience. Part of the esteemed Pride group of hotels, it's a renowned destination known for its impressive service and signature Indian hospitality. Here's a closer look at what sets it apart.
Pride Hotel Bengaluru offers a perfect blend of contemporary elegance and timeless Indian warmth.
This hotel is having a well-appointed 100 air-conditioned room, and we do have a multi-cuisine restaurants by name Cafe Treat. We do have a Puran the Dhaba, where the food is being served with a dhaba style. We do have 5 banquet venues, which is liked and preferred by our corporate and even the event planners for the social events. This hotel amenities, services, and the delicacies by the chef ensures a comfortable stay of the guests.
The best part of the people over here is they are professional. The food what they prepare is as per the requirements. All the guests of mine who walks in go back happy.
It is completely a friendly atmosphere. When I'm talking about any new clients, when I'm going to get, we always prefer this particular hotel.
Best part about the hotel is that they have a really exclusive training room, banquet hall, which actually caters to my needs. The quality of food which they serve to all my participants and my colleagues are really, really high quality.
Experience luxury with 100 elegantly designed rooms, exquisite dining, versatile banquet and conference halls, and a rejuvenating spa. Pride Hotel Bengaluru, where excellence meets elegance. Book your stay today.